leaving our dead in the hands of the all-loving Father. We pray for his strength to endure and his guidance on the way. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord lift up his countenance upon you and bring you peace. Amen.
Margaret, don't touch me. You just leave us alone. You Barclays are to blame that he's dead. He come to you for help. Instead, you told him to stand up to them. Like a fool, he listened to you. All the help he got from you was a bullet. And you killed him just as sure as if you'd shot him down yourselves. Come, children. Let's go home.
She had no right to say that. All we did is tell him how we felt about it. And besides, you offered him the money.
Would that change the fact that we influenced him not to accept it?
I don't think we can blame ourselves.
What else could we have done?
I don't know, but what we did was too easy. We weren't in Harry's shoes. We didn't have to face what he faced or live with his fear. I thought I understood how he felt. I didn't.
All right, if we went too far, then there's only one thing to do now. Go further. Now, I don't know how much Harry knew about that gang, but it's certain the others he mentioned must know a little.
If they'll talk after this.
They've got to talk.
Asking men to risk their lives and without any more law to protect them than Harry had? No, I don't think you can expect that of them, Nick.
I do, because I expect it of myself. And I'd say the same thing to Harry right now if he were alive.
They might talk if every farmer in the valley agreed to stand with them.
But that would take time, and they're bound to be holdouts too frightened to join in. No, I think one man might be enough.
One man? How?
If he had the courage to refuse to pay and knew that we were with him, he might act as a decoy and bring him out in the open.
Sweet as honeysuckle, Graff. What are you getting for toques now?
Price don't change much. 45 cents a crate about.
Less what you pay those jackals for letting them ripen, huh?
Graff, how long are you gonna stand still and let that gang of killers squeeze you dry? And they will, you know, just like that.
Nick, I got a little place. I work hard.
Graff, we could trap that gang if someone were willing to go along as a decoy, and you wouldn't be alone. We'd be there waiting for them when they came.
It ain't that I'm scared, Nick. But I gotta think of Lottie. I don't want to have her left a widow like Margaret Coleman. You can't say for sure she won't.
No, I can't. I wish I could.
You're asking too much of me. It would be willing enough I'd be to do it if I was a single man. But none of us is that. It's a big valley, this. And there's nights with not a body for miles around.
Well, there won't be any more nights like that, Jamie. We'll have all the guns we need.
Aye, but they're shrewd. Never a sight of them do you see when you expect to.
Jamie, have you ever seen any of them face to face?
Never. Just the masked and hooded men coming at night, asking pay to protect me. A man must be prepared to die if he's to be their decoy. And I'm not brave enough for it.
We'd do it in your place if we could, Jamie.
Aye, but when they go after a Barclay, in their evil way, because their dirty hands are in my pocket, they let me live.
Lud-dum, lud-dum, lud-dum. I'm just mortified, sir, but my dance program's filled to the very last waltz. Some other time? Woo! Oh, declare, I'm just about the most sought-after belle of the governor's ball. Buy it for me, Lord, honey.
How much?
Well, that was kind of high, $14.
Ain't too high for someone you love.
Put it on the bill. Looks like you recovered.
Oh, yes. No ill effects at all. Did you?
I never felt better.
I was going to look for you. My mother would like very much to thank you.
Well, I'm not much of a hand at being thanked.
I think she'd understand that.
Reckon she would if she's at all like you.
Order's all ready for you, Miss Audra. Got the buggy outside?
No, just my horse.
Might be a little too much for just the one horse.
But not for two. Where do you live?
Oh, it's not for me. It's for the Colemans. That's the man that was shot the other night. I'm just taking a few things over for his family.
That's very thoughtful of you. Boy, I guess we forgot to introduce each other. I'm Lloyd Garner.
I'm Audra Barkley. I'll see if she's at home. Hello, Mrs. Coleman. I've brought some things I thought you might need.
Your family's conscience bothering them, Audra. Gifts won't heal it. You just take what you brought and get off this place. And don't any of you Barclays ever come back here again.
Don't take it too hard, Audra. She didn't mean it.
She does. And she has every right. My family told her husband to stand up to those men who shot him.
She'll feel different about it tomorrow.
Will she?
She just needs a little time, that's all.
I'd still like you to meet my mother. Would you have supper with us?
All right.
Tomorrow night?
It'd be a pleasure.
Do you know where we live?
It's the first thing you learn when you come into this valley.
Yes?
Miss Audra?
Won't you come in, please?
Lloyd. Dinner's going to be late. I hope you don't mind. The family's busy with a visitor. Whiskey? Brandy?
No, I don't drink much, thank you.
Cider? How's that?
Just fine.
Why don't you sit over here? It was my father's favorite chair. Who are you, Lloyd? What are you doing here? I know you catch wild horses, but where's your family?
You really do want to know about me?
Everything.
Well, for one thing, I have no family. Nor home since I was 10. The kind I did have died. I was killed when the South was overrun. And the Union Army marched to the sea.
I'm sorry.
That was a long time ago.
How did you live?
Same way as the soldiers. Off the country. Foraging. Sleeping in fields, caves. Running. Always running. Just anywhere. To get away. To hide. There was a few of us stuck together. Safety in numbers, we thought. Kept moving. Always moving westward.
Have you stopped running?
Perhaps. Guess I could settle in a place like this. It reminds me of home.
Where do you live now?
We have a camp. Out that way. Beside the Calaveras. It's good grazing for the horses. Till they're ready for sale.
I'm glad you changed your mind, Jamie. You're a very brave man.
It's not so brave I am as practical, but I must keep myself respect.
You won't be alone, Jamie. We promise you that.
Thank you. I've kept you from your supper.
Won't you join us?
Thank you, but I'll eat at my own hearth and enjoy it for the first time in many a day.
Good night.
Good night, Jamie.
We're late. Do forgive us.
Audrey's made it. Time fly, Mrs. Barkley.
This is Lloyd Gardner, Mother.
I'm glad to meet you. And you must know how very grateful I am to you. Audra told me
Don't
how
embarrass him, Mother.
Well, a mother's gratitude, thank you.
This is my brother Jared, Lloyd.
How do you do?
And Nick and Heath.
Hello?
Eddie.
Oh.
I hear you have a way with horses.
I think so.
May I offer you a drink?
No, thank you.
Well, now, Mr. Gardner, where are you from?
Georgia.
Georgia? Well, you're a long way from home.
Oh, home's been most any part of the country with me for quite some time now. Tennessee, Kansas, New Mexico.
New Mexico? Have you ever been to Santa Fe?
Yes.
Well, I have a very good friend there. His name is Miguel Escobar. Raises cattle. You don't by some chance know him.
Please stop interrogating him, Jared.
Well, I certainly hope it didn't seem like an interrogation to you.
Not at all.
Come on. You must be starved.